Tips for neurodivergent small business owners. Now, just a disclaimer, I know that we all have wildly different needs and that these tips won't work for everybody depending on what your needs are, but I figured I would just share what works well for me to help me stay in line with my business. The biggest pain points for me personally are executive dysfunction and meltdowns. I tend to have very frequent meltdowns, so I have them at least once a week usually, if not more, and it tends to affect my executive dysfunction quite a bit, meaning that when I'm in a meltdown state, it becomes very difficult for me to organize my tasks, to remember what I need to do. I end up missing a lot of important dates and falling really far behind in business matters. So while I can't always control what's going to cause me to be overstimulated and have a meltdown, I can try to prep as much as possible to make my life as easy as it can be when that does happen. And that brings me to my first tip, which is to set your processing times with extra time. So for example, for custom orders, if something takes me 3 to 5 days to make, I will purposely set my processing time to 1 to 2 weeks to give myself an extra buffer in case I have any kind of mental health crisis that might impede on me being able to do my business in the time frame that I've listed. And I feel like this is just a great tip even for non-neurodivergent people, just because it's always good to give yourself an extra buffer in case emergencies come up. But for me, those emergencies come up very often, so I pretty much need to give myself extra time on a regular basis. My next tip is to prep everything that you can in relation to your business. For me and my business, this is prepping thank you cards, prepping my business cards with those thank you cards, getting all of my organza bags to put my jewelry in, getting those all set up and organized in a nice way so that I can easily package my orders. Having all of my bubble mailers ready with my address stickers already on them. I make jewelry, so cutting and assembling the chains ahead of time so that I can easily just string my pendants onto the cord or onto the chain that it comes in when something is ordered. That helps a lot. And just having my business logo stickers ready to put in with orders and all the address stickers for my clients, having those ready and in one place. It helps to just keep everything organized and get as much done ahead of time as I can, so when things get busy, I'm not nearly as stressed. Which is a little ironic because we think about really busy times in our business being a positive thing, and it absolutely is, but it can also be one of the most stressful times of your business when things are picking up at a speed that you can't keep up with, which is why I just keep it like a religion to always keep things prepped. And then my last tip for this video is to compartmentalize your duties. And just like prepping your supplies, it's gonna vary what you compartmentalize and what duties you have depending on what your job is and what your business sells. For me, I have to create the jewelry, and then I have to photograph the jewelry, videotape the jewelry, edit TikToks and Reels for marketing posts. I have to make my Etsy listings to add them to my Etsy shop. So it really helped me to compartmentalize all of those duties onto different days so it doesn't feel like I'm doing a billion jobs all in one day all the time. And compartmentalizing helps with my executive dysfunction, so days where I am having a bad mental health day and I can't think straight and I am not able to organize my life well, I've already got a set plan of what it is that I'm going to be doing that day, and this has just really helped me over time. So for me, this kind of looks like I'll spend a few days creating products, and that's pretty much all I do on those days. And then I might spend a few days after that photographing and videotaping all of those products. And then a few days after that, I might spend that day editing all of the videos and creating my TikToks and Reels and such. And then I'll spend another day having it be an upload day, where that's the day that I upload everything to Etsy, create all of my descriptions for my listings and such like that. So I hope that this helps a little bit for those of you that are neurodivergent and trying to run your own small business and possibly struggling with that. So let me know if you have any tips that help you as a neurodivergent creator in your small business, or if you have other topics related to this kind of sphere that you'd like me to talk about, because I would really like to get more into this topic because it affects every day of my life and every aspect of my business. So I really hope this was helpful, and have a great rest of your day.